So here we are now on the other side of Marseille, a bit further away from the Opera House now. I thought I'd go and check out further afield. And yeah, man, I'm just not buying this idea that Marseille is a city under siege. It just ain't the case, man. It's business as usual. A lot of the local, like I was chatting to the owner of the cafe I was in earlier on today, and she did obviously say to me, like, yeah, business is really slow today. Like she said to me, usually there'd be 100 bookings for her restaurant, and there wasn't that many. So it's obviously had a little bit of an effect on tourism. But as you can see, man, like the perception that the alt media, the mainstream media, the OSINT and the truther influencers are projecting are just not reflective of what's going on in real life. Not one bit. I mean, there's guys going around on segways. Come on. It's the same old story, I'd say. Just like we had in many places in Ukraine, just like we had in, March time of Paris riots. It's the same thing. It gets to around about 8 o'clock. They shut off certain roads, they shut off public transport. It's pretty much a very quick flash mob, choreographed theatre performance in a very small sealed off area, and then it dissipates. But there'll be so many photographers there, not just the embedded undercover photographers, the establishment photographers, but also like just general members of the public that are being easily fooled and are participating in it and filming it just so they can brag, just so they can get likes and shares on social media. Now, a little 10-minute tango between some youths and the police, where it's filmed so many times with so many different angles, and then, say someone films a 2-minute video, but it's split into little 10-second videos all over the internet, disseminated here and there, it makes things look 1,000 times worse than what they are. It creates the illusion that it's a city under chaos. So you've not only got the, theatrical and deceptive in real life illusion, where the hidden hand is clearly engineering and facilitating any kind of protest and riot. You've also got the online illusion, where people are so desperate to be the first to show some, outrage content, outrage media on their accounts. They don't give a fuck about truth or honesty. All they care about are likes and shares. And that's kind of a big problem we have at the moment. And, the mainstream media do it all the time, but what I don't think people realise is that these truther accounts, this stupid thing called OSINT, which is open source intelligence, basically people getting intelligence via social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, Signal, and they're just going with it. It's kind of like, I'm like the flip side of that coin, where I'm clearly showing you the perception that things are nice and calm. I'm doing that deliberately on purpose. They're the other side of the spectrum. They're showing you a 10-second clip of a little scuffle, and then that's it. And that's why their videos are so short and mine are so long. I try and obviously be as honest as I can, and I try and the way I do it is I try and show you how I got there, when I got there. That's why you always see me holding newspapers, so I can prove the date that I'm here. I want to show you people how I get the bus in and out of the place. I want to give people the whole story from start to finish, not just a 10-second segment, taken out of context. So I've been recording for 5 minutes. You know what? I'll probably make this another long video that I'll put on Instagram. And yeah, man, what can I say, man? Marseille is a beautiful place. And it's alive and kicking right now, man. Sure. According to the locals, nothing's going to happen tonight. But then, I don't know, man. It's also a full moon, I think, tonight. And they love doing things on their, you know, lunar cycles. So we'll have to see. You know, I'm here for another night. I think that's enough, really, 2 nights. Whether or not I head back home to England or try somewhere else in France, all depends on what the Black Cube internet is telling us. Whether they're still trying to portray that France is, you know, on the verge of a civil war and a state of emergency and whatnot. So it all depends on that. But also, on the other hand, you know, this is probably going to be the most boring thread of all because I'm just not in the mood to actually like post anything because I'm too busy just enjoying being here in this weather and in this sunshine, you know. Sitting in a cafe, catching my tan, having a cappuccino. This is actually quite a nice holiday for me as well, so yeah. I'm kind of in the mindset like, do I really give a fuck about trying to like show people the reality anymore? I'm just kind of like over it, you know. I think most people with a brain don't need me to go to these places really and confirm what they already know. Anyone with a bit of wisdom that's been around the block a few times knows how the mainstream and alt media work now. So yeah. Right, well, I'm going to carry on walking around now. I might do a video later on.